The core issue. Language shapes how we show up. Belonging lives in the words we choose. Awareness expands when we pay attention to how we're showing up for ourselves and the people around us, instead of leaning on the labels we were taught to carry or the ones that once helped us feel safe, but no longer reflect who we are. Sounding okay and actually being okay are two different things. One is the version we offer the world because it feels familiar or expected. The other is the quieter truth that shows up in our choices, our tone, our boundaries, and the way we return to ourselves when things get hard. Being okay isn't about polished language or perfect presentation. It's about the honesty of how we move through our days and how we care for the spaces we touch. The uncomfortable parts: self-confrontation, accountability, humility, repair. These are the moments most people try to skip. The parts that don't photograph well, don't fit into a caption, and don't offer instant relief. These are the places where we meet ourselves without the costume, without the script, without the language we've learned to hide behind. This is where growth stops being an idea and becomes a practice. Here, language becomes a costume, words worn, values untouched, wholeness performed, integrity kept at a distance. It's easy to sound aligned, grounded, self-aware. It's harder to live in a way that matches the words. When language becomes a shield instead of a mirror, we start performing versions of ourselves that feel safe, familiar, or socially rewarded. The vocabulary grows, but the capacity doesn't. The identity gets louder, but the honesty gets quieter. This is where many people get stuck, speaking the language of healing, empowerment, or self-awareness without letting it touch the parts of their life that actually need tending. How integrity gets lost. Image takes the place of honesty. Phrases rise up, protecting my peace, high vibration, my boundaries. They soften the edges of discomfort and move us away from what's real. Self-love turns into giving ourselves special permission. Integrity lives in holding our values close. Hype centers the performance of being evolved. Boundaries shift into armor. Clarity becomes a shield that keeps us from closeness, from feedback, from the give and take that relationships need. Traits that ask for reflection get wrapped in spiritual language. Grandiosity gets framed as manifestation. Entitlement gets framed as alignment. Avoidance gets framed as intuition. Spiritual language steps in where accountability is needed. God told me. The universe is removing you. I'm protecting my energy. All of it moves us away from ownership. Feeling good takes the place of showing up well. Integrity invites repair, naming the impact, making amends, choosing different behavior. Hype centers certainty and image instead of responsibility. Integrity invites us into self-confrontation. Hype language offers a way around that work. It creates a path that feels easier, smoother, less exposing. So it offers the offer of hype language: certainty instead of curiosity, identity instead of growth, validation instead of reflection, protection instead of vulnerability. It comforts the ego. The self becomes thin. In the same rooms, integrity has a different sound. Self-love includes self-honesty, beyond comfort. Boundaries include mutuality, beyond walls. Spirituality includes humility, beyond elevation. Healing includes repair, beyond distance. Coherence over purity. Integrity leans toward coherence, your inner and outer life matching, rather than purity or perfection. Philosophy becomes lived structure. Philosophy lives beyond quotes. It becomes the inner framework you move from. It shows up in how you respond to conflict, how you meet fear, how you treat people when you're wrong, how you repair after harm. Less in your language, more in your behavior. In the same room's integrity sounds different. Self-love includes self-honesty beyond comfort. Boundaries include mutuality beyond walls. Spirituality includes humility beyond superiority. Healing includes repair beyond avoidance. Integrity favors coherence over purity. Philosophy as lived structure. Philosophy lives beyond quotes. It forms the inner framework you live from. It shows up in how you respond to conflict, how you meet fear, how you treat people when you are wrong, how you repair after harm. Less in your language, more in your behavior. Integrity, defined, without performance. Integrity means alignment. Values, words, and actions match, even at personal cost, even without an audience. Wholeness over perfection. Integrity means alignment over convenience, honesty over image, responsibility untangled from shame, courage over comfort, consistency across contexts. From the inside, integrity feels like less inner conflict, clearer decisions, steadier relationships, a quiet sense of self-respect. Defense lessens when the inside feels whole. Integrity lives as practice, more than a trait. You drift, you notice, you name it, you repair, you return, again and again. This is being human, present, accountable, aware. This is Mirror Reflect, Recode, Realign.